What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Unbox Analysis. Today we are here to check out the GoTrax GX1. This is a dual motor 1200 watt scooter. Now, I know some of the scooters we looked at in the past are a little bit higher wattage, but as far as build quality goes, I have yet to see one that's quite this solid. Not to mention the unboxing. This might have been the easiest unboxing I've ever done. It was 4 screws. It came right out of the box, no problem. All you have to mount is the handlebars. No joke, the easiest scooter I've ever gotten. Not to mention, they use a lot less plastic in their packaging too. Instead of using a ton of non-recyclable foam, it was all cardboard. So, respect to that, GoTrax. I know GoTrax has been around for a really long time. They're a pretty well-known brand, so I'm pretty excited to try this out. Now, being a dual motor scooter, we're gonna be hitting the trails with this one. If you guys saw my last video on the bike review, well, you guys might recognize these trails. They're pretty intense. Well, we'll see how she does. We're gonna do some city riding later too, but we're starting out on the trails with a full battery. All right, so starting right down here, first, check out the suspension. Now, for those who know, well, if you know, you know, but I'll explain it. This right here, this is an adjustable marker for the front shocks. You can lower or raise it. That'll actually increase the ride height in the front of the scooter slightly and dampen or stiffen the suspension. You've got the nice front and rear disc brake setup, as well as the front motor. So this is a 1200 watt scooter, but that's 600 watts in the front, 600 watts in the rear. All right, so this right here, this is the latching mechanism. Pretty simple. You lift up, pop it out. Now, there is a secondary latch here. This is the just in case latch, I like to call it, or it's a 2-action release. Boom, and she folds right down. Now, in order to put it back up, you just lift, close it up, lock it in place. It's tight, but it's not hard to do. So coming around to the side here, you see you have a lower mounted kickstand. Nice and easy to get to with your foot, but it's not in your way when it's up. It's up, it's completely out of the way. You're not gonna accidentally hit it, which is nice. Coming up to the top here, first off, guys, don't mind these. These are my camera attachments for the 360 camera and the GoPro. I want to give you guys the best view we can. But it's starting on the left. So, brake, bell, really nice, comfortable grips. Like, these are nice. I like them. Here, you have your speed controls, scooter mode, walking mode, front light, your power button. This is your screen here. It's built in nice and clean. It's not going to get in your way. This is the latch when you go to fold it. Now, check this out. Never seen a company do this. It's simple, but it's awesome. Got a magnet. All right, coming around to this side here, you have your accelerator or throttle and then another brake. So overall, pretty simple. And then right here in the front, you have your headlight. Now, we've seen headlights like this before, guys. Remember, this might not be the brightest headlight in the world, but they usually work pretty good. And then these are the 4 screws right here you have to put in when mounting the handlebars. Like, that's it, 4 screws. Pull them out, put them back in, you're done. All right, coming into the back here, this is the rear spring suspension. She's a little stiffer than the front one, but it's gonna allow you to have front and rear suspension. You have the brake lay right here, as well as the rear motor. Now, you'll notice the disc brake is on the opposite side in the back. Probably just a fitment thing, but it's nice to see disc brakes on both sides. Now, just for a second look here, this is where the latch goes when folding it. I'll show you guys that here. So, you're gonna bring it down, you're gonna release the latch, and that's it. Nice and simple. You wanna release it, slight push, up, click, done. Now, last but not least, for what we're showing right now, this is your charging port over here, waterproof. So with this here and all the different little modifications to this scooter, I'm gonna throw the IPX rating up here, throw the watts and the extra specs up here on the screen for you guys right now. So now that we got all that out of the way, let's get into it. All right, guys, so I have ridden this thing a lot further than I expected to. I I made some recording mistakes, one will say, with the 360 camera. Why a 360-degree camera will record in one direction is beyond me. Hopefully this sounds all right, guys. I got the new Lark M2 microphone on as we do a full speed test here. Now, guys, don't be like me. If you're gonna do this, wear a helmet. All right, we're gonna ignore that sign we just passed that says no motorized vehicles. And we're gonna talk about my experience with the GoTrax. Okay, guys, it's a phenomenal scooter. It really is. The price point isn't bad. Now, is it the best price point? See, it's tough. So the GoTrax is a very, very solid scooter. Now, we took this thing through these bike trails probably 4 times at this point, and we beat the crap out of it. I mean, these trails are not friendly trails. There's no way this sounds good with all this wind. No way. Yeah, guys, the wind is absolutely nutty right now. So let's talk about it. Going in direct wind on flat ground, this thing has absolutely zero trouble reaching the rated 30 miles per hour. Now, I know some people, they're all about speed. 30 miles an hour isn't gonna be enough. For a lot of people, 30 miles an hour is going to be more than enough for your daily uses. Now, here's the question. Is 30 miles enough? I don't know. I never got 30 miles. I got close. We got about 25, 24, 25 on my second run. A lot of city and flat stuff, kind of like what we're doing now, you know. But in the trails, we were down to 14-ish, maybe 16. It was somewhere right around there. But nowhere near 30, so that's the obvious downside, guys. This scooter, it does not have the mileage. Now, for those noticing, I'm not touching the throttle. I'm still moving. Cruise control is kind of nice when you're aware of it. When you're not, it'll catch you off guard, so be careful. To disengage, simply tap the throttle again or hold one of the brakes real quick, and it cuts out, no problem. But let's just say I almost flew off an edge one time, not knowing. But there is no doubt about my mind that this scooter will last longer than anything I buy from Temu. There's no question there. The quality on this thing, it's unmistakable. This thing is absolutely solid quality. After all the beating, there's nothing that's loose. There's no issues going on, as opposed to the Temu scooter where we had to tighten it like 6 times in 2 days. So just something to keep in mind. Now, GoTrax did send this out to me. So keep in mind, while I'm telling you these negatives, that's just how we do it here. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys every time. So is this scooter for you? Well, if you guys want a crazy solid scooter that's really fun for off-roading, trail riding, and a little bit of commuting, the price point is hard to beat. This scooter is probably for you. If you're looking for the fastest scooter in the world, this might not be for you. If you're looking for the longest range scooter, this also might not be for you. This is a pretty solid sweet spot in the middle. I mean, this thing is an absolute blast to ride. This is definitely tied for my favorite scooter right now. So acceleration-wise, really, it's not bad. It's not gonna throw you back like, you know, the crazy 5,000 watt scooters, but it's not meant to. It's meant to be fun, it's meant to get up hills, and it does just that. And it does it pretty well. Just going around the actual scooter here, let's take a look. I mean, most damage that I have to it it's my fault. Me, this guy. So if you look right down here, this is entirely my fault. I set it in a really bad place inside of my truck, up against a metal corner that definitely scratched it, but that's the only damage to this thing, which is unbelievable. With that said, I do want to say thank you to GoTrax for sending this over. This thing is a blast. It's going to get a ton of use here. You will probably see it in some future videos, so look out for those future comparison videos. Let me know what you guys think about this scooter down below. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Oh, oh, this is scary. Oh, don't fall off. Oh my God. This is way bigger than I thought it was. All right.